Yo, what's happening, y'all? Yo, man, Valentine, baby, coming from on the grind. Man, you know what time it is, man. I can't give it to y'all outside, man. There's smoke outside, so, the fires are still burning in California. So, home edition, inside style. So, man, let me let me break this down for y'all. Did y'all see that unbelievable debate last night? And I'm not even sure what to say except horrific. I can believe the nonsense that was going on last night. I mean, hey, listen, that wasn't debating. That was just a dude who's a bully trying to use somebody else's. I think Joe Biden stutters a little bit, right? So I think Trump tried to use that against him by sitting there badgering him and hitting him and interrupting him all the time. Try to use the little bit of stuttering that he has against him, which is wrong in itself because that's what a bully does. You know what I mean? Because he can't do it properly and have a debate properly. So what does he have to do? Try to use something that is, a part of his speech against him. And people, you need to notice that and notice that was really wrong. So, and the fact of the matter is Trump's such a bully. And everyone that's being bullied, and I know I tweeted this out, and I said, listen, if every one of y'all who've been bullied before understand what it's like to be bullied, you need to sit there and stop the bully. And how do you stop the bully? By standing up to him. And standing up to him and making sure you go out and vote. November 3rd is coming up. So this is what you want to do. In order to get rid of the bully, you need to vote and vote him out and vote Biden-Harris on November 3rd. Because you do not want to see, I know there's going to be two more debates. There's the vice president debate next week. So look for that too. That's Wednesday. Kamala's going to step up against Pence. But there's going to be two other presidential debates. And you do not want to see the nonsense that you saw last night, which was just irritating and just unforgiving. Trump was just the biggest knucklehead on the planet. And this is why his name should be Dumpy Trumpy. But anyway, hopefully the next one will be more enlightening, which I do not believe. But anyway, November 3rd, vote Biden-Harris. Then, man, I talked about Breonna Taylor a lot because there's always something new coming up in this case. And this attorney general, I don't know what is the problem. I think he needs to lose his job because now he's supposed to put in the evidence, everything today. It was at 12 noon today, but yet he says that he needs more time, and he needs more time to redact a whole bunch of names or whatever it is. I'm thinking, what is he going to take out of there that he's not going to show on the evidence? You see what I'm saying? So this dude is hiding something because he was delinquent in his job and not putting all the evidence out there so the grand jury can actually rule on the case and charge all the police. So this is why this dude is taking his time so he can take stuff out. So I'm not sure what's going to be next, but hopefully he gets it done. And by Friday, 12 noon, he hands everything over. You feel what I'm saying? Because he doesn't need to be the attorney general anymore. He needs to be looking for a new job. That's what I'm saying. And this story just it's hurtful, it's disgusting, it's embarrassing, and it's just mind-boggling. And people, this is why we continuously say systemic racism is everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Everywhere. And I know that all nurses are not bad, because my family comes from a line of nurses. You feel what I'm saying? And this story it's gut-wrenching, especially knowing that it was nurses who was talking about this young woman and maybe over medicating her. This is why this woman died. I mean, I guess they don't know yet. I guess toxicology is going to come back and say we don't know what they're going to say. But this woman, Joyce Echaquan, 7 children or whatever she has, is now dead. And the video surfaced of nurses saying all sorts of stupidness like, yeah, she's only good for sex and blah, blah, blah. I mean, how you going to talk about a patient like that? That right there is just wrong. And there's only one nurse that got fired, and I heard there was 3 other nurses in the room. Why are they not fired? I mean, you see what we're talking about. Systemic racism with black and indigenous people. And this woman being indigenous does not mean that she gets treated unfairly. And she was. How are you going to treat a person like that? I mean, this could be any one of y'all's mother, sister, or daughter. But yet, you're going to treat her like she wasn't human. Unbelievable. The government needs to step in and check these people. Because that whole, even the hospital, the whole hospital needs to be checked. This woman should still be alive and going home to her kids. That's just so wrong, man. This is why we continuously say that we need to have conversations, but you know what? Conversation time is probably over, because people need to come correct and understand that racism is everywhere. And especially when you get like Trump talking about all sorts of stuff about he can't even denounce racism, or whoever he can't denounce. I'm not going to give no play on that. I'm not even going to talk about that. Their names are not going to come out of my mouth. But this is wrong. Systemic racism, and the government should look into this, because they need to be held accountable for this death. Just like every other death that's happened with the police and hospitals and people shooting, getting shot and dying. Unbelievable, man. And I have to say much respect to her family, and hopefully her family is handling the grief. But it's a joke. Yeah. We got to understand, people, that we are still going through a pandemic. And this pandemic is real. It's now been, 7.5 months? Almost 8 months? And people are still dying. You know what I mean? And there's still people out there not thinking this is serious. And like I said, the virus does not discriminate. Only the pandemic of racism does. So we are going to have to wait for a vaccine because Kamala Harris says it. Racism has no vaccine. So we have to do one better by trying to get one for the virus and being able to take care of this racism thing by the entire country coming together and doing something about it. That's the way we're going to end racism. So people, do what you got to do to stay safe with the virus by wearing a mask, social distance, hand sanitize, stay away from big groups, keep your family safe. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to do. Yo, I'm your man Valentine, baby. If you think it's your time to shine, you need to get on the ground with your man Valentine.